Salutations, everyone. My name is Pietro. I hope you're having a great day, and welcome to the end of our Dredge week. This is going to be the last video that I'm going to do on Dredge this week, and it is going to be the last video on Dredge probably for a while because I'm going to need to detox after this. And it's actually a special video because today is currently Friday, October the 3rd, which means that tomorrow I'm going to be playing in the Pauper 15K event that I've been telling you guys about the whole last week. And I am also going to test what I believe is going to be the last version of Dredge that I'm going to test. I don't imagine I'm going to play today and play like something else and then play the tournament tomorrow. So this is going to be my final list. There might be a couple changes between this one and the one I'm going to play at the event. However, I am actually going to try this one out in a challenge. I haven't played in a challenge in a while. Challenges take like long amounts of time, and it's hard to do them when you can probably do like 2, sometimes even 3 leagues in the time that it takes to do the challenge. But since my event tomorrow is pretty high stakes and I wanted to test my list at a high stakes tournament, I am going to do this, and also for the entertainment value of YouTube. So before we get into the Decktech, please, I would like to remind you to subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think about the list, if you've been trying your own, all of that good stuff. And if you have seen my past videos this week, you might be a little familiar with the list that I am currently packing here. So this is a Dredge list that is playing Leyline Weaver, or if you have the card in paper, it's called Spider Manifestation. I actually have mine here somewhere. Here. That my good friend Rafael Sardelli lent me. And it's these little spider dudes over here. And we are playing those because they are actually pretty good. Like, shocker. It's a 2-mana 2/2 that doesn't do anything when you play it, but they are actually pretty good in the deck for a few reasons. So, reason number one that I liked them while I was testing. They are a 2-mana 2/2 with Reach, which, first of all, it's a body that we don't have in Dredge. A Reach creature for 2 mana that has 2 power and 2 toughness is very good against Fae. Just really good against Fae. It's also a creature that often forces your opponent to waste a removal spell on it if you are playing against Raleigh Red, for example. Because otherwise, other 1 power creatures can't really get through. But the most important reason is because we are also playing Writhing Chrysalis. And if you go Weaver on turn 2, it allows you to play Chrysalis on turn 3 plus another spell. Because the Chrysalis gives you 2 spawns and untaps the Weaver, and then with the Weaver you can play something like a Town Greeter, or a Molten Gatekeeper, or just like tap it at end of turn to cycle one of your big drops. All of those things are good reasons to play the card. Also, sometimes in one of the videos this week I learned, like, it's obvious if you just read the cards, but I found out that you can do something pretty cool, which is tap the Leyline Weaver, dread return from your graveyard by flashing it back, untap the Weaver, and you have 1 more mana. So this is actually very important if you are trying to do something like flash back your dread return, untap your Weaver, make another mana, play another dude, and then sacrifice the creature you played and the Weaver and the maybe Lotlet Giant that you brought back. Now, how are we fitting all of this into the deck? We did have to cut some of the things. So this is a Dredge version that is more mid-rangey than other versions that we are accustomed to. We are playing 3 Gatekeepers in the main deck because we have a lot of creature production and they have Unearth. We are playing the Chrysalises, as I mentioned, and the Weavers. So Circle of the Land Druid is out. I am not playing any flex slots in regards to something like Acorn Harvest. I am cutting down to 3 Dread Return and 3 Lotlet Giant. So we are slower. We're not probably going to have those very explosive draws that we have seen before. However, I don't think being super fast is Dredge's strength right now. Because I don't think we are faster than the combo decks, and we are not more consistent than the other mid-rangey decks. So I am going to try this configuration today. I am playing 4 Cliffgate, 4 County Guard, and 4 Holdout Settlement, and the reason I'm doing that, it's because it's the mana base that Marza Boy has been using in a lot of his lists. The only change is the colors, which I'll talk about in a second. So traditionally, we are playing the Black Dragon Gate for the black mana plus another color, but this is a list that leans very heavily on red for Chrysalis, Gatekeeper to make it easier, and the sideboard. County Guard and Holdout Settlement are just BFFs. If I'm playing County Guard and I'm playing Holdout Settlement, probably forever. And then the sideboard, which is the thing that I wanted to focus on. Coffin Purge, Ancient Grudge, and Masked Vandals don't need any introduction. We have been playing them in Dredge for a very long time. I am trying to play Red Blast and Lightning Bolt today. I am playing Red Blast for all the blue decks. Obviously, it's good against Terror, Fae. Gives us something to do against High Tide, even though I think the matchup is still horrendous. But I think it's a decent card if you can play it. I am playing 4 Bolts, because I have been feeling that a lot of the times Fang Dragon is not good enough against Elves. If they have a Timberwatch in play, it doesn't matter. And it's pretty good to be able to snipe something on turn 1 sometimes because of your mountains, or even like play a tap land and bolt, whatever. I am mostly playing the bolts because I am very tired of losing against Red Madness. And today I'm going to try and see if Lightning Bolt is going to be the answer against Cassig Flamebreather and Gutter Snipe. I haven't played this exact configuration before, so this challenge is going to be the biggest test that I can muster for it, and it's actually going to begin in like 2 minutes, so I'm just going to quickly wrap this up. If you enjoyed this, by all means, tell me what you think about the list. If we bottom out, so be it. By the time you're watching this, it's going to be already a week after I'm recording it, and my tournament will have passed and all of that stuff. But I still think that I have a shot at, if not a shot at like going into the top 8 or something like this, at least a shot at trying something different and having some fun. So let's battle. Let's get to it. All right, and welcome to round number 1. We are on the play against beicodegeia, one of the greats, one of the classics. So this is a hand that goes County Garden into Town Greeter, and then we have the Holdout Settlement for the Gatekeeper for the Dread Return. So I wouldn't say the hand is great, but I do think I'm going to keep it on the play, especially going blind, because the Dread Return allows us to do something like a double Dread Return line, and having a Lotled Giant in hand means that at some point we can mill it over or even cast it down. Or not cast it down, I mean hard cast it. So Island into Preordain, and especially this art of Island, leads me to believe that it might be High Tide, which I am not overly excited about. So Town Greeter here needs to do some heavy lifting for us. We hit a couple mutts, we hit another land and a Knot to the Bone, but unfortunately there are no Stinkweed Imps. And it is indeed High Tide. Unfortunate for us. Yep, this is not great. Our version is notably much worse against High Tide than other versions of the deck. Not that any version of this deck is good against High Tide, but at least some of the other versions aim to go faster. And it would be very important for us to be able to win game number 1, so that we have a shot at least at winning game number 3. I'm just gonna discard this. Yeah, nothing great. I'll play a Cliffgate on black. And I'm just gonna get in for 3. There's Brainstorm, sure. Followed by a Lorien to clear it off. Get in for 3. But we really needed to find a Stinkweed Imp here. And with the way things are currently going, I don't think we're gonna have a lot of luck. So they're transmuting a Muddle the Mixture into a Psychic Puppetry and immediately passing the turn to us. So we did find a Stinkweed Imp, which is not nothing. So I guess I'll bring back the Mutt, dredge the Imp. We kind of didn't find anything. So get in for 3 again. And I'll play another Cliffgate on black. And now we are sort of just hoping that our opponent doesn't kill us on turn 4. Spoiler alert, we're going to die. So our opponent cast 2 cantrips and transmuted a Muddle the Mixture, and then we're going to die on turn 4. So they went double High Tide, Ideas Unbound, Ponder. I'm just going to let them do their thing. And since this is a challenge, and it's a more high-stakes tournament, I am going to make our opponent kill us here. Like, there's not any point in valuing my time because I'm stuck to the time of the matches regardless. So I'm just going to make them kill us here, make sure they do everything by the book, they don't miss any triggers or whatever, don't do anything too hastily. And I'll be back here once we are dead and go to the sideboard. Hey, guess what? We died. But in the time that it took them to kill us, I did get to load up my laundry and water all my plants. So at least I did something with my time there, instead of just watching our opponent, you know, play their cards. All right, so this is the matchup where maybe the Red Blasts get to do something, though I'm not overly excited about that. I don't think Coffin Purge is particularly good, but who knows, maybe we get to punk our opponent with it. Actually, is that even true? I don't know. I think this is just a matchup where we know that we are with a huge disadvantage. And again, I've talked about this before, but I'll say it again. I don't like having High Tide in the format. I think having a combo deck that does not care about board or graveyard is a fast turn 4 combo kill is not good for the format. The fact that it only plays, the only way of interacting with it is either on the stack or hand disruption. Well, regardless, let's shake it off and go to game number 2. I think this hand is actually probably one of the best hands we could hope for. It's just a hand that has all of the colors. Red, black. It's a hand that has all of the colors, and we have a Pyro, and we have 2 mill spells. So that's great. And I am going to hold the Red Blast in hand, and I'm going to hope that when I cast the Rumble, I don't hit any Red Blasts, so maybe we get our opponent. And they go top. So I am going to go Forest here, Rumble. That's great. We didn't hit a Red Blast, and we did hit a Dread Return, though there is no, what's its face? Stinkweed Imp in our graveyard. I think I'm going to take the Leyline Weaver there. I already have my land drops, and I think just playing out a Molten Gatekeeper doesn't do a whole lot. I think this matchup is overall so bad that it's fine. It is what it is. So opponent just goes Snow-Covered Island and passes. This can eventually be good. So I actually do have some choices here, huh? So is there any way? So I'm trying to decide. I think I'm just going to tap out here, right? If they kill us turn 3, whatever. So I am going to go Rumble. And there's our Red Blast. That sucks for us because now they know we have it. So they might play around it. But we did hit a Wayfinder, which is pretty good. I'm going to tap this, sacrifice the Eldrazi Spawn, play the Wayfinder. And there's a Stinkweed Imp. Okay. So at least this time we are much faster. Double Rumble is pretty good. At end of turn, opponent brainstorms. Is there going to be a Lorien to clear? Yep. So we are probably looking at a turn 5 kill at the earliest. But this is, judging by the hand, this is likely going to be a turn 6 kill, which, again, is not great against High Tide. Oh, hooray, we didn't die. That's great. So, Stinkweed Imp, there's another Blast, and there's a Lottlet and a Dread Return and another Imp. So, we are dredging well. I think first things first, I attack for 1. Is there something happening here? Am I going to get Giga Draws or something? Okay, so hit for 1. Then what am I looking at doing here? I'm definitely holding up Red Blast and probably going to do that with a Holdout Settlement. So I guess I am going Leyline Weaver, because that's pretty decent next turn. That gives us a pretty significant boost of mana, actually. And I do think I am just going to play the County Garden. And I could Dread Return right now, but I think I'm better off just passing the turn, hoping they don't tap down my Holdout Settlement. And they did. Oh, God. Yeah. So not only are we going to die on turn 4, our Red Blast is not going to be good enough. Yeah. So there's a pieces of the puzzle. Stream of thought, ideas. Probably take double ideas. And yes, they did take double ideas and bound. Okay. So let's see if we actually have it. Is this gonna be good enough? I think so. Okay. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, I believe. So Molten Gatekeeper is probably like +1 damage if I bring it back. Okay. So I might actually start there then. Bring the Gatekeeper back. Okay, that just worked. That's pretty good. Then 5, 6. Okay. So I guess we go to attacks. Hit for 3. Then we Dread return the Lotlet Giant in our graveyard. Sacrifice. So I have to sacrifice the Gatekeeper. That's not great. Yeah, okay. Always yield, untap the Weaver. Opponent takes 9. And then we go cast another Giant. Untap the Weaver. Kill our opponent. Yay, we got a game. That was a turn 5 kill. So actually the Red Blast probably did help us a lot. Because maybe if they found something that is good enough to kill us there, like a High Tide or whatever, we don't get there. Okay. So we did the thing at least once. I don't think the purges are coming in. I am debating if I just want Lightning Bolt, honestly, as like a 1 mana deal damage spell. And unfortunately, I don't think so. Yeah. Like, if I bring in the Lightning Bolt, I'm cutting Chrysalis. But honestly, I don't even know how good that is. I think I'm just gonna resubmit. And I'm gonna trust in the heart of the cards and hope our opponent mows to 4. Yeah, this hand would be perfectly fine in any matchup, but I don't think it's good enough here. Opponent mulligan to 6. So I'm also going to mulligan. Okay. Yeah, that's actually, again, one of our better hands, I feel like. I am going to keep. Did they keep? They capped. Okay. So we're going to keep as well, and I'm going to get rid of a Dread return. I'm going to keep it because I have a Red Blast and a Wayfinder, and yes, our hand is slow with the tap lands. Maybe that helps. But I am going to Cliffgate on green. And the fact that we have a Scrapwork Mutt plus a Stinkweed Imp is actually pretty good. So the Generous Scent allows me to go Cliffgate on black on 2. And then hold up 1 mana for Red Blast, which I don't believe I'm going to use. But if we don't use, I get to Generous Scent. So I'm just going to play this on black, pass the turn. And again, I don't think I'm going to hit anything here. Maybe if they go for like a Pieces of the Puzzle, I do. So I'm just going to cycle the Ant, get a Forest, untaps. So I'm playing this 100%. And then, is it the Wayfinder? I do think it's probably the Wayfinder. I am looking to mill a Stinkweed Imp and hit a land drop here. So we don't hit the land drop, but we do hit a Stinkweed Imp. And we did hit 4 creatures. That's not nothing. And we're having a repeat of last game. Oh. Except that I didn't, I guess I must have F6'd, which is not great. And I think we just die. Maybe we die because of that, because I messed up. But I'm pretty sure we were, yeah, I mean, of course I should have Red Blasted our opponent there, so they would have wasted their mana and not found an Ideas Unbound. They just hardcast Deep Analysis? Oh, they have a Hidden Strings. Okay, so they get to keep going. But they are on a single High Tide for now. Snap the Wayfinder. Sure thing. So I guess this is a Merchant Scroll for another High Tide. For a Peer Through Depths. Okay. And they did find another Psychic Puppetry. So I do think we're just dead here. Okay, so they're just casting the Puppetry. Brainstorm. And they concede? Holy moly, that is insane. Wow. Yeah. So they just went for it and bricked and lost. Good lord. Well, I guess we did play well then. I mean, of course, if we had red blasting was objectively the correct like play there. But man, I mean, maybe actually I don't know if red blasting was the right play, because if we red blast, they don't go for it that turn, of course. And then if they don't go for it that turn, do we kill them on turn 4? No. Do we kill them on turn 5? Probably not. Honestly, I just feel like that was a mistake on their part. Because I don't know why they would do it like that. Man, that's crazy. Okay, well, I'll take it. I'll take any win that I can get, especially against such a bad matchup. We are now 1-0. I'm gonna go take out the trash, do some stuff while the matches are still going, and I'll see you guys back here for round number 2. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome to round number 2. We are on the draw against MisterTwin. This hand has the colors, but triple Dredge return is not what we are looking for. So this 6 is not great. I think blindly I'll keep it, and I'll get rid of the giant, so it's Fae. Okay, so our Leyline Weaver is actually pretty decent here. Unfortunately, we are on the draw, and our hand is slow. And they have the deep powers. That's not great. Can I get an untapped land off the top? I can. Hooray. Okay, so, actually... So, Leyline Weaver is overall a better card. I am gonna play the Mutt first, because I do want to block this. Okay, we find a Wayfinder. That's okay. So I'm playing the Scrapwork Mutt because I do want to block the Ninja of the Deep Powers. And if they have some sort of shenanigan, I would like to lose the Mutt instead of the Leyline Weaver. And they don't attack. That is so good for us. Unfortunately, we are now in a situation where we're just sort of staring at each other. And I only have 2 drops in hand. So I am going to put this on black, which is a decision I might regret. And as much as it hurts me to do this, do I just pass? I guess I just pass, right? It's unfortunate, but I am just going to ship it back. Okay, so they didn't do anything either, which is not the worst. Let's see if they attack with the Miscreant. They do. And is there another ninja coming my way? There sure is. Okay. Yeah, wasting my mana is of course not great. So now I imagine they replay a different fairy. Okay, so we know about a Miscreant in hand. And they go bottom. All right. Land. This is very bad. Because now I just have to get got by a stutter. Yeah. I think my hand is pretty good against Fae. But unfortunately, I am now in a situation where I have to offer up something for the stutter, because otherwise they just get to... I mean, maybe they don't counter it because they think it's a bait. Oh, it's just a straight up counterspell. Okay, so that's not as bad then. Counterspell is much better than stutter. And yeah, I'm blocking now. If they have a Brine Barrel, so be it. They just have another ninja. Oof, they get to double ninja. Yep. Yeah. So we trade, but they draw 2 cards, and we are already down to 12 life. And they just pass the turn. Yeah, things are not looking... No, thank God, I almost played the wrong creature. Is there another counterspell in my future? There is. Dang. Okay. So, unfortunately, opponent had all the things they needed, and we are not hitting land drop, so I do think this game has already gotten away from us. Now they're gonna get to scry, yeah. Off one mind, they probably get to find, like, a stutter. They get to draw 2 cards. Yep. Yeah, being on the draw here was the first big problem, and then the fact that we just kept missing land drops is also the thing that sealed it. It is what it is. I do think Leyline Weaver is just very good in this matchup, but unfortunately, we haven't gotten lucky at all, and we continue to not get lucky. I guess I'll play the Gatekeeper. They have double stutter. Yep, I'm fine conceding here. Okay. So we're going to take like 7 damage. If they have another ninja, we're done. They just did their thing. So things actually get much better for us post-board, because we are playing the Bolts and the Blasts and the Vandals, and all of those cards are good. We also have Chrysalis. So I am going to get rid of the Knot to the Bones. I don't think they're for this matchup in particular. Do I just want to convert to like a mid-rangey deck? So I get to maybe cut like a couple of these. If I'm cutting those... Maybe I get to cut like the Mutts. Yeah, because this is kind of new territory for me in a way. Yeah, maybe I just get to convert, right? Play like a full mid-rangey deck. Have like a couple of these dudes, couple Dread returns. I do need 4 cuts. 4 cuts is a lot. Sure, I guess I'll get rid of the Scrapwork Mutts. And I need 1 more cut. So the Gatekeeper is pretty decent, just as a blocker overall. I'll cut 1 of those. Let's try it like this. As I said at the beginning, I am just sort of testing some things out too. But this plan doesn't seem horrible to me. Maybe I don't need all those boats, right? Maybe we do. Lightning Bolt is just such a good card against them. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like this. And my game plan here is to do some sort of like mid-rangey thing. Maybe stick a Chrysalis or some other stuff, start clocking my opponent. I'm just looking for red mana on turn 2, especially on the play. And we're off to the races then. So yeah, sure. I'll keep this. Again, it's not amazing, but I do have a Leyline Weaver on turn number 2. And if the Weaver sticks, we're good. If Weaver sticks, we get all of our colors. So there's a Miscreant, Settlement, and I'll play the Weaver. And we are hoping they don't have some sort of snap shenanigan here. So opponent knows how to read their cards. That's good. Oh, come on. Yeah, so again, do I just offer something for the stutter? Yeah, the mana base thing is not great, eh? And we just have 4 of these total in the deck, and we drew 2 of them, too. So I do feel like I need to stabilize my mana, and I think probably the best way to do that is by, like, casting a spell. And which spell am I trying to cast here? Guess it's gonna be a Wayfinder. But this is just to... Okay, alright, so again, bad that it got countered, not so bad because it wasn't a Spell Stutter. Spell Stutter would have been real bad. They just Hydroblast? Are we dead? If they have a Ninja here, we're dead. Oh, and I just have to pass now. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, that happens. So I'm just stuck with color cards in hand. Opponent has a Ninja. Yep. So the game is not literally over, but it's just so bad for us. Can't believe they brought in their Hydroblast. Another land does not do it because it's another mountain. Yep. So I feel we just bottomed out in this one. We didn't draw the things that we needed. Any colored land here is just so good. But yeah, that sucks. There is off one mind. Oops, all uncastables. I mean, that's the risk, right? We are playing mountains and holdout settlements, but unfortunately, and opponent just gets to hold their things here, and that's it. I think we're just so favored in this matchup, and still, we're gonna die. Forest off the top. Forest, County Garden. Honestly, any... No, actually, not any. I just need... Okay, so County Garden does something. Opponent has a bunch of mana, a bunch of stuff. I guess I try to go Stinkweed Imp, even though I doubt it's going to resolve. Is it just going to get snapped? Probably snapped. Yep. That sucks. So that's 4 damage. That's a 3-turn clock. And now their fairies even hit my Chrysalis. Take 4. Do I just try again? So unfortunately, I don't get to go Chrysalis and Hold Up interaction, but I do get to go like Stinkweed Imp and Hold Up interaction. I also maybe just get to go like Town Greeter and see what happens. Stutter is very bad. So this is currently 6 damage. I mean, I guess I try again. Yeah. Sure. Opponent got to do their thing. We were, I believe, 1 turn too late on the County Garden. If the County Garden shows up 1 turn earlier, I do think we're good. But as things currently stand, I don't think there's anything that saves us here. We're just going to take 1,000,000 damage and even die if they have a Ninja. No, down to 1. But I don't have Knot to the Bone or anything like that. So there's nothing that saves me. Unfortunate. I do think the matchup was very favorable, but sometimes it is what it is, right? And they have another stutter. Yep. All right. That's very upsetting, very unfortunate, but it happens. See you guys for round number 3. All right. Welcome to round number 3. We are on the draw against Spiller. So this hand is not a great Dredge hand, but it's a pretty good Chrysalis hand. Turn 2 Rumble into turn 3 Chrysalis is very decent. And it's Elves. Yep. So we have faced High Tide and miraculously won. Then we lost against Fae, which I think should be good. And now we're playing against our other worst matchup. Oh, but they don't have another 1-drop at the very least. Drawing double Lot-Led Giant is not really what I want to be doing. So what am I looking for here? Leyline Weaver does something, but doesn't do it super well. Maybe I'm just looking for another land drop, like a black mana. Yep. Especially considering that I'm already going to start dredging. Elves, notably, very bad for us. So this was the draw for the turn. So they could have played something else last turn, but chose not to. Maybe they... Oh, it's because we started on Mountain. Maybe they thought we were like some aggressive deck. And they just draw 3 cards. So Timberwatch, Birchlore, Priest. Okay, there's the other Birchlore. Is this going to be a Timberwatch? I feel like... No, Priest. Okay, so not playing the Timberwatch. Interesting, okay. Well, I'm dredging. It's what my deck does. It's what I'm here to supposedly do. Actually, I feel like if now the question sort of turns to, is there any point in playing Chrysalis? Because it's just a creature plus some mana for next turn. But honestly, I feel like I just have to dredge and try to be faster than them. I don't really think it's going to work, but it's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, there's another Stinkweed. So I do get to get in for a couple points of damage here, and I get to put a Cliffgate on black. However, we are not going to be able to have double black for Dread Return in the foreseeable future, and again, we do have 2 Lotled Giants in hand. We just draw them all the time. So there's the Timberwatch, and a Hardcast Generous Ant. Okay, that's obviously good, but it's fine. And they're just passing? What? Oh no, they are using the mana already. Okay. And they have a Hydra? Sure. So this is like 7, 14. It's like over 20 damage next turn. Unblockable. So I feel like I just dredge and I had to find a Knot to the Bone to just survive. No Knot to the Bone. And I think that's it, right? 14. I mean, technically, maybe I can like play the Chrysalis and not die. There is a Dread Return in the graveyard, 2 rather, but I mean, guess I'm just Chrysalising past the turn. Again, I'm not technically dead, but it's pretty close, okay? So I do need to send this here, and I probably just have to sacrifice everything. So opponent is currently dealing me, what? 1, 2, plus 14 minus 3. So that's 13 damage currently. 12 if I sacrifice the spawn. So I do need to block with 1 more creature. Okay. And that reduces the damage by 2 more. And I get to stay with an Eldrazi spawn. Okay, sure. Timberwatch gets to pump. I sacrifice my dudes. Chrysalis gets pumped too. And I believe I'm taking like 10 damage. Yes, I know I'm losing the mana. Whoop. Okay, so Magic Online is just lagging. Okay, so after that's all done, we are at 2 life. Meaning that probably I just need to dredge again and hope. And there is a Knot to the Bone. Sure, you can sacrifice your food. That's fine. So there is a Knot to the Bone there. Knot to the Bone puts me at 24 life. And again, this is currently like 14, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 24. So it leaves me exactly dead. I get to I get to like Scrapwork Mutt and attack. But I do need to leave a blocker behind. So I don't get to Knot to the Bone now. I could also just try to spike an untapped land off the top. That would be hot. But, you know, yep, it is what it is. So I guess I am just Scrapwork Mutting here. And I do just need to dredge. Unfortunately, Lotled Giant's still stuck in hand. Okay, let's do the math again. No, I should just do this. I'm not going to try to force it. Okay, there's another Knot to the Bone, and there's a Stinkweed Imp. That's not too bad. So Scrapwork Mutt gets to get in, deal like a couple points of damage. Are you blocking? Straight up? Whoa, that's not bad. Okay, so that reduces the damage I take by 2, supposedly. Oh, okay, so we might just die here. Quirion Ranger is lethal. A Nyxborn Well-Wisher Findhorn that might not be lethal. Oh no, never mind. Nyxborn Hydra is like a million damage, right? 24. So I got to block. So this is 18, 20, 26, right? So 12, 19. No, wait. 12 here. 19 plus 6, 25. And I am at 26 currently. So now, oh, I didn't block. Yeah, all right. I don't think there's an out for me here. I just gain life for a couple turns, but I don't get out of the loop. So the boats come in. Let's try those against elves. I am actually going to bring in the vandals in this matchup because even though, and I can cut maybe like a knot to the bone. Chrysalis is honestly not great, but maybe on the play. One of the things that I'm thinking about is that since I am trying to go a little slower, I do think Masked Vandal can actually be helpful. Molten Gatekeeper doesn't seem great. Maybe cut like just play 2 Vandals. I need a couple more cuts. Maybe I don't play any Gatekeepers and play a single knot to the bone because I don't want to go too low on creatures. Sure, let's try it like this. Elves is just very fast. Again, this is a fine hand. I'm going to keep it on the play. But the fact that I don't have any lightning bolts or anything of the sort is a pretty big downside. I do have an untapped green source, so this one gets to go on black. Okay, there's a Birchlore. Bolt of the top. Bolt of the top would be nice. No bolt of the top. So I do think I just go Wayfinder here. Sure, that's nice. I'll take an untapped land, and I'll send a Stinkweed Imp to the graveyard. Those are all fine things. I could maybe I should have played Rumble, because if I play Rumble and I hit a Chrysalis, I get to Chrysalis turn 3. That would be pretty good too. Quirion Ranger plus nothing. Sure, I'm dredging. A Lotled Giant in the graveyard. That is great. Town Greeter. So there's a lightning bolt. So Dread Return, Scrapwork Mutt. I do think I just County Garden right now, and I am going to attack. I don't expect opponent to block, and again, every point of life matters in these matchups. Opponent takes it. Timberwatch. Okay. Wouldn't mind drawing a boat now. That's not a boat, but that's not horrible either. So if I do this, I'm not left. Yeah, so I can't. If I cast it like this, I don't get green mana for afterwards. Maybe I just play the land, right? Yeah, I'm gonna use my mana regardless, so just do this. There is a Chrysalis. There's also just another Wayfinder, which I believe is what I'm going to take. Sure, I'll send 3 creatures to the graveyard and take another land drop. Can't really attack here, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. 1 Lotlet in the graveyard, but there is a Stinkweed Imp, and we have a couple Scrapwork Mutts. I think we are pretty well set up to kill our opponent on turn 5. Again, of course, they can have a Fairy Macabre or something like that, which would suck. Another Timberwatch, sure. They are attacking. Are you trying to clock me? I'll take it. For sure. That's all fine with me. Are we going to do that again? Yep, that's okay. Maybe they're just trying to go quick. Dredge. Okay, so there's another Lotled Giant now. If opponent has Fairy Macabre, that just super sucks for us. But maybe I just live with that. So I guess I'll Mutt, Dredge. That wasn't too great, but it's fine. So try that again. Mutt again. Dredge again. Okay, we got a few more creatures now. That's fine. So let's try... No, actually, I get to attack, right? So opponent gets to block 3 creatures. Say they block here, they take 3. They go down to 16. I don't think I'm going to attack. I think I'm just going to try to go for the kill. So opponent takes it. It's not lethal. Do I just get to go again? Let's try. Sure, no Fairy Macabre. That was good. So, we are on the draw for game number 3, which is when things start to get dicier. I think I might want to swap like a Chrysalis. I don't even know if I should be cutting Chrysalis because they are just so good on turn 3. Maybe I just try to keep the density of threats. Not to the Bone is one of those cards that sometimes is very good and sometimes it just sucks. But I don't really know what I want to be cutting here. Sometimes the Not to the Bone just gives you enough time to survive. But other times, I think I'm not going to play it. Other times, I think the Not to the Bone is just the type of card that it's just too small. Like Not to the Bone, gain 10 life doesn't work a lot of the time. I am going to keep this because this is just a turn 2 lightning bolt on something. Or even like a turn 2 satyr if I don't want to bolt the things that they have. They did mulligan, that's good. Okay, so they capped on 6. All right, what we got? Fainhorn Elves. Can't really bolt that yet. Mountain? No mountain. but that's fine. Quirion, just an attack. Untap. Is there a priest? There is a priest. So, unfortunately, that's going to have to die. Wouldn't mind. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I get to leave the priest alive. So just bolt it. And now I really want to draw another land next turn. Any land, honestly. Ooh, am I just getting beat down? Ooh, that's not what I want. So these cards are good, but I think I'm just trying to develop my game plan currently. Land. No land is rough. Okay. Timber Watch. Sure, so that needs to die. Am I dredging? I don't think I'm dredging. I think I'm taking a draw. Sucked. I just have to kill this immediately, otherwise I'm never killing that card again. Is this going to be a hard cast Generous Ent or Hydra? Hydra? Generous Ent. Okay, so sorry I hit the microphone there. Now I do believe I am just on the dredging plan. And there were no lands off the top there either. So Town Greeter is bound to hit something here. Nice, and it's a County Garden. That's pretty good. Play it. Pass the turn. I believe I'm fine taking one hit off of the Generous Ent. They're just gonna gain life. Are you just extremely flooded? Or is this maybe like just some sort of interaction? So Wayfinder, land. Nice, I'll take a settlement. Wayfinder again. Cliffgate, sure. Not the best, but that's okay. What am I trying to do here? Now I get to start blocking for sure. I think I'm actually blocking with a Wayfinder because I do think that might matter. And Dredge. So I got 15 creatures in the graveyard. So theoretically, I get to go for Letho here. My question then becomes, if I do that, how bad is it if I fail? Because I'm trying to think what Elves gets to play. This is just so odd. I think I'm going to take it slow. So I get to... Nope. Hold up the red. So I get to go like Stinkweed Imp, play the Cliffgate on black, and do I attack? I think I'll send in with a Wayfinder. Yeah, let's send in for 1. Sure, that's fine. Okay, so Wayfinder dies. We're at 16. Nice. No attack is great. Take a draw. Vandal. What do they have in hand? Is it like just oops, all fairy macabres? Okay, I'm going to mutt, and I am going to stop dredging here. I'm going to get rid of a Lotlet and just take a draw. Sure, that's not, I mean, that's not great. It's not exactly what I want, but I don't think I get to complain about that too much. Greeter. There's the Lotlets that I wanted. Unfortunately, there's 2 in the graveyard now together. Sure, I'll take the County Garden. Do I try to go for a Dread Return now? There's still another one in my deck, right? Because if I try... No, I don't get to go now because my land enters tapped. Never mind. And I do think I attack with the Mutt and a Wayfinder because I imagine the Mutt is going to get blocked, or they're going to... Okay, I was going to say, or they're going to try to eat my Wayfinder to remove another piece off my board, but then they take 2 damage and that's okay for me. Okay. Birchlore can be annoying. They just passed the turn. I am not dredging. Okay. This is actually surprisingly tense. Let's try once. So, tap you. Black. Dread return. Wait. Because I really wanted this to be lethal, right? So maybe I play a Scrapwork Mutt first and Dredge. Because if they just let it... But then if they just let it resolve, I just get to pass, right? Sure. I'll go for that. What did I tap? Town Greeter, I think. Sure, let's tap that. So, Town Greeter's tapped. Black, green, green. Dread return on the Giant. Try to hit my opponent for 18. Oh, Heritage Reclamation. So that's what they have. Okay. All right. So now it's pretty easy to expect them to have another one, right? I'm sure I'll try again. Do they just have like triple Heritage Reclamation? Is that what's going on? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Okay. Yep. There's another one. Okay. So I just have one more Giant left in the deck. Meaning that in this current situation, then my best bet is to just play the County Garden. What a weird game. And I'm just trying to not die here. So let's say they play a Hydra. That's like 5, 6, 7, 8. For 6, that's 11. And I have some blockers. That's not the end of the world. Okay. So I'm just going to play a Mutt. Maybe they have things in hand and they just don't want to play them because they were worried they were going to die. And the third Dread return is not what I want to see. I just want to find my last giant. And then I want to hard cast it. Islet. Dang. Okay. So there's the Timberwatch. Now my situation gets much more uncertain. Do you honestly have like the third one? That would be insane. What can I try to do here? Maybe I just Scrapwork Mutt and cycle a card. Sure, let's do that. Get rid of a Dread return. Yeah, get rid of it. Take a draw. So that's rough. If I hit my last giant and they have a thing in hand, they could also have something like negate if they're playing the Islet. I feel like I'm so close. I don't think I cast this. Even though it seems sort of crazy, I don't think I cast the Town Greeter. I am actually going to attack with both of these. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Okay. So my opponent now has 3 attackers to my 3 blockers. They can theoretically attack with the Timberwatch and untap itself, but that's only like a +3 pump. So I do think I get to go bring back the Scrapwork Mutt, discard the Town Greeter, not Dredge, take a draw. Still not what I want. So I'll just Cliffgate on black, tap here, cast a Stinkweed Imp. That's the turn. Ugh. This is a hell of a game. Don't care about Llanowar Elves too much. Don't care about Forest at all. Okay, so they have 1 card in hand. 1 card that I need to beat. Take a draw. That is actually good. Rumble. There's the last giant. Take it. We go up to 22 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Oh, wait, I gotta tap something, right? Oh, no, I don't have to tap anything. I just need to make black here. Cast it. Good lord. What a marathon. Man, I can't believe we won against High Tide and Elves and lost to Fairies. Is my opponent still here or have they left? Let me ask them. I'm gonna ask them if they had it because I'm very curious to know. Well, our opponent's not responding, but man, that was actually proof of concept, right? We won that game on the draw because we had double bolt. So the bolts got to kill Priest of Titania early and then Timberwatch early, and then we actually dragged the game into a grindy match where our opponent didn't have any draw spells, which definitely makes a difference, but they did have 2 pieces of interaction that were very good against us. That was great. That was a great game. Even if I lost that game, I think that would have been a pretty good proof of concept of the lightning bolts in the deck. Well, I'll take a break, go drink some water or something, make some coffee. I don't know. I feel hot. I am going to come back here in a little bit for round number 4. See you soon. Don't go anywhere. All right. Welcome back to round number 4. We are on the draw against LordMendigao. This hand, unfortunately, it's a mulligan because of the double red. I feel like this hand is also a mulligan because it's just 1 land. Okay. So this is Cliffgate into Forest Leyline Weaver. Crystal is on 3, hopefully play something else. And opponent's very chatty. He's also Brazilian, so. And Ponder. Praying for terror, not for High Tide again. I do need to draw something else, but if I do draw something else, this hand is very explosive. So that was a Ponder and a quick shuffle. Cliffgate, it's gonna go on black for sure. Rumble is obviously good. Okay, Lorien Reveals still doesn't tell me what we are against. And another land and another Ponder. And another shuffle. Wow. Okay. I am just gonna play my high value card here. Weaver is pretty good. And we did draw the cards that we wanted. So, but again, if we are playing against High Tide, man, I still don't know what's going on here. I'm very nervous. Man, please don't let it be High Tide again. Okay, it's not High Tide. Bless. So it is Terror. They go Deem Inferior. If they're doing that, is it because they're going to play a thing? That goes to 5, 6. I will... Am I putting that on top to get milled or not? I think bottom. Because I know I'm not going to draw it again. Oh, it's a Delver. Yeah, that makes sense. So I know I'm going to... Okay, well, in that case... Oh, no, wait. Whoa. I almost misplayed horribly here. Let's not play like we are not in a competitive event. Sure, I'm down with Chrysalis. Yeah, let's actually play this like we mean it. Like we are focused on what we are doing. So our game plan... I don't know if you can hear some beeping. It's my coffee getting ready. Thought Scour, so the Delver flips, mills 2 more Thought Scours. Okay. With the hand that I currently have, I think I'm 100% okay not blocking. Terror number 1, and another Delver. Okay. So that's gonna be a Chrysalis into an untap. Unfortunately, I don't get to go Chrysalis again. Yet. Then I get to sacrifice, play the Wayfinder, mill. Sure, I'll take a County Garden. However, I do believe that I would rather have a Cliffgate first. Wait, is that even true? Nah. Yeah, I think I'll play the County Garden. And I'll play the County Garden to just jump the Tolarian Terror. Because then if that works and my Chrysalis that's in play lives till next turn, then my Chrysalis is just like an enormous creature. It's going to be like a 5/7, like a 6/7. We did the thing. We generated mana, untapped it by casting a Chrysalis, and then cast another spell. And if we had an untapped land, we could have played another Chrysalis this turn. Well, that's nutty. Okay, so Brainstorm resolves, which means that Delver is obviously flipping here. I am fine. I don't imagine I'm doing anything this turn. It doesn't flip? So, wait, so you chose not to flip it? Because you milled a Lorien revealed. Did you mess up? I think they messed up. A Deem Inferior, that is very annoying, clearly, but I do get to just put this on the top. I am gonna take 3 here. I think they just thoroughly messed up there. Because if you don't want the cards, sure, but you could have just flipped your Delver. I am not dredging, thank you very much. I am, however, playing another Chrysalis here. That just resolves, that is excellent for me for obvious reasons. So I get to go tap, sack, rumble, get the other Chrysalis. But I don't get to play it, right? Yeah. I don't get to play the other Chrysalis. Well, I'll just have to contend myself with a Cliffgate. And I think that's fine. I think I'm just passing the turn here. Could have attacked for 2. Maybe I should have. Okay, so now it flips to a Thought Scour. There it is. Island, Cryptic Serpent, and another Delver. So the good thing here is that opponent has no good attacks, and they have no cards in hand. And now we do get to start doing the Dredge thing. So there's a Lotless Giant. That's obviously great. Scrapwork Mutt. I have a million Eldrazi spawn. I think I'll be fine. Dredge. There's another Stinkweed Imp. That's fine too. Great. So I think I just sacrifice a couple spawns. Couple spawns? Maybe just 1? Yeah, let's just do 1. Play Chrysalis number 2. Then go like black, sacrifice, play the Stinkweed Imp, and attack like this. Yes. So if opponent wants to triple block my Chrysalis, I am fine with that. It seems they don't. That's great. So we just get to pass the turn. Delver blind flips to a mental note. That's all fine. Opponent hasn't hit any counter spells this game. I mean, I guess they just milled the Spell Pierce, but they might just die to the fair beatdown plan here. There's a Dread Return and a Lotless Giant. So I think I just get to go on the offense now pretty heavily. There's another Dread Return and another thing. Yeah, I think we easily got this one now. Oh, I guess I didn't even need to do that, right? Ooh, there's a Molten Gatekeeper. Hang on. Let's get that back too. So, Gatekeeper. Now, tap the spawn. Sacrifice. Ooh, sacrifice the wrong one. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it like this. Oh well. Take a point of damage. And then I get to go on the offensive. And the attack is pretty free for me. Because even if they have like double counterspell, I don't think there's a lot that they get to do here. And I'm just going to eat their board up. Yep, so they take 5. That's okay. Then I get to Dread Return the Lotless Giant once by sacrificing my Stragglers here. If they have a counterspell, it's fine, and they don't, and they die. That was a mulligan to 5, where Spider Manifestation plus Chrysalis was just the nuts. Oh, no. Don't want bolts. Want Red Blasts. Give me Red Blasts. I do think Coffin Purge might be a necessity because of Sleep of the Dead. Not to the Bone is pretty good. Leyline Weaver, pretty good. Maybe I'll just keep like 2 Coffin Purges, right? 3 seems too much. I think I can get rid of the Gatekeepers. Maybe get rid of like a Giant. I don't expect a lot of Graveyard hate. And what else? What else? Rumble is just so good. I don't want to cut it. Guess I'll cut a Mutt. That's fine. Let's try it like this. Winning game number 1 there is so good for us. Opponent did like ponder and shuffle twice in the early game. And speaking of coffee I'm gonna go get my coffee. Hang on. Sorry for the pun, I just really wanted my coffee. So, hand's a little dirtly with triple County Garden, but with a Wayfinder on turn 2 and a guaranteed Stinkweed Imp castable by turn 3, I do think this is a good enough hand. Though I would obviously love to have a Pyro, or Reb in this case. How many of you people there are coffee drinkers? How do you take your coffee? Let me know in the comments below. I once got made fun of by a coworker of mine when she asked me, no, when I asked her how she took her coffee, and she didn't know how to reply to it. And then when I explained it to her, she got very condescending with me. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I just said it in like an asshole-ish way. Regardless, coffee great, confirmed. All right, so let's go. Opponent leads on Island with no follow-up. Stinkweed Imp is actually pretty decent on the draw here because 1, we can cast it. 2, they did bring in the blasts. Okay. Am I gonna get terrored on turn 2? Oh no, I guess they can't. They're missing one spell actually. But that was very close. A Wayfinder is just going to resolve, I assume. I'll take the Cliffgate. Not to the Bone in the graveyard is clearly very good as well. However, now I do not get to cast my Stinkweed Imp on turn 3, and that is bad. Because I imagine there's going to be at least 1 terror coming our way from how fast our opponent came out of the gate. Yep, that's double terror on 3. And Cryptic Serpent's not doing me any favors. So is this gonna just be like a Cliffgate on black? Pass the turn. Would have loved to find an untapped land there. I am just gonna chump the 6-powered one here with a plant. I'll keep the Wayfinder around. Please don't tell me you have another terror. That's great for me. So, guess I'll cast the Imp, and I'll play a County Garden. I am fully expecting the Imp to get hit by something here. Maybe not? Okay, they're just coming in. Sure, I'm chumping. Take 5 again. Ooh, Murmuring Mystic. That's cool. Okay, so I'll dredge my dude and play the Stinkweed Imp again. Yeah, I'll just play my County Garden. So our opponent's a little upset that we like drew all of our blockers. But the only thing I did was like play some 2-drops and some lands and like keep playing. Like I replayed the same creature twice. They're attacking with this? Really? I'm 100% fine blocking like this then. Because the Murmuring Mystic dies and my Stinkweed Imp gets to stay in play. I should have seen if there was something to exile. There, luckily for us, there wasn't. So, guess I'll go Stinkweed Imp again. And this is actually not great. Because if they have a counter spell, we might just die here. Yep. I gotta take care of these terrors of yours. So I'm down to 4. Terrors die. Delver. Okay. Try to gain 14 life. That resolved. That's great. Okay. So Stinkweed comes back. So if that just resolved, let me actually think. So would I rather Dread return something here? I do have a generous scent. Oh, I can't. I don't have double black. I could though. I could like Mutt. But then if that's none of this is good. I'll just do the thing. I'll just play the Stinkweed Imp. I could have like brought back a Scrapworm Mutt to try and our opponent keeps coming. Good lord. Wait, what is this? Hardcast Lorien. Yep. And there is a Demon Inferior. Yeah. Things are not looking too hot for us right now. I guess I do put that on the top. So that hurts. I'm down to 7 again. And another Delver. Good God. So I just take a draw here. What am I trying to do? No, I think I just dredge. Yeah, I think I just dredge and I try to hit another knot to the bone. Did not. That's rough. So scrapwork mutt. Discard like a coffin purge. Dredge. Still nothing. I think I'm just dead now, right? I mean, basically dead. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, well, I'm pretty far away from lethal, unfortunately. So I just... No, maybe I should have... Yeah, that was a bad play. I should have just dread returned on the Lotlet Giant, because in case the Delver didn't flip, I get to kill my opponent next turn. Didn't flip. Oh God, please no more Demon Inferior. Brainstorm, opponent is digging. Did you find a removal spell? They did not. Okay, so I'm forced to block here. Down to 1 meso point of life. So I do think I just dredge again. There's a knot to the bone. So I imagine that gets countered. Okay, it does. Now I have to dodge a removal again. Let's just double check opponent's graveyard. There doesn't seem to be anything. I don't get to attack again, unfortunately. Oh, if Delver flips, I die. Again, there's that. Man, that's another miss. Again, they can still find Demon Inferior. They can still find, what's it called? Sleep of the Dead. They didn't. Again, I honestly don't know if you attack here. I feel like that's very aggressive. I mean, maybe not, right? Because you drop me to 1 again, and that's another Delver. Rumble. Okay. So opponent did brainstorm, right? Let's just double check this here. They brainstorm, then they thought scour. So they cleared their brainstorm, so they don't know what's on top. So do we think they have enough? Let's do a quick counterspell check. 1, 2, only 2. So they likely have at least 1 in hand, right? So how do I try to beat this? How? The other Delver of Secrets. Come on. Playing double Stinkweed Imp doesn't work anymore. I think I just rumble and we try to see what happens. Does land change anything? Now they know we have Red Blast in the deck. I don't think land changes anything, but Wayfinder does. So take the Wayfinder. Play... yeah, I don't... No, I think it's... Yeah, this is fine. So Wayfinder still resolves. There's a land. So now I have 4 blockers. Theoretically, what do? Do I just try to go for the kill? So my options are try to go for the kill. I have the Giants in the graveyard. I have the Dread Return. I have the mana. I can do it all. I get got by Spell Pierce, Counterspell, honestly, pretty much anything. Or I play Stinkweed Imp. I still get got by Counterspell. I think I play the Imp, right? Oh, God. I don't know what I'm doing. This is so tense. I do need to play a little fast because my time is running out. I think I just play the Imp, see what happens. Straight up resolves. So I do feel like I just need to pass here and hope. And they flip. All right. So we die. Ugh. Okay. That was rough. I think I'll just keep like 1 Coffin Purge on the deck, especially on the play, and maybe bring in back the Gatekeeper. Yeah, let's try like this. That was a rough game. I'll just play fast now. This is just a whole lot of nothing until turn 4. I don't get to keep it. This is not lands. I don't get to keep it. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Help me out. Okay. Not great, but keepable. So Garden into Settlement. This is a multi 5. So Dread Return is going for sure. Probably just the Ant as well. Yep. Garden, let's go. I do need to find a Stinkweed Imp very badly. Okay, no turn 1 Delver is good too. So, Town Greeter. Oh, that was really bad. Double Red Blast. Yep, that sucked. Double Red Blast, no land, no Stinkweed Imp. Rough. And a passing of the turn. I do think I just cast the Chrysalis here. The Chrysalis. Cast the Scrapwork Mutt, I mean. Discard the Dread Return. Okay. Play a land. Do I try to go for a town greeter? Is that too insane? I do think that might be too insane. I do think my board is worth a little more. So that was a Thought Scour into a Brainstorm. Okay. They finish resolving their Brainstorm. Play an island. They are at 4 spells in the graveyard. So they're just hard casting a Serpent, eh? Okay. 3 mana. That is good. So what am I doing with this right now, I think is my question. Am I going just Chrysalis Pass? Probably Chrysalis Pass, right? I think the Dread Return is also probably worth more than just a Town Greeter or a Leyline Weaver. So there's a Brainstorm. I actually wouldn't mind a Deem Inferior here. Did they Brainstorm? Wait, was it their upkeep? Okay, sure. Here, have a tasty salad. I don't want to double block with the Chrysalis just to kill this. So they go second main Deem Inferior. Okay. Top. Another Serpent is not great for us. So I do think I have a free attack with the Scrapwork Mutt. Yep. Then I can't really not do anything, can I? So I Dread Return the Leyline Weaver. Then I have 2, exactly 4 mana to replay. I'm not sure about this play, but I'll try it. Scrapwork Mutt. Yeah, again, I'm gonna play a Chrysalis, but I don't even know how good that is. I sacrificed a lot of resources for this. I honestly don't know if this is good, because now I'm fully top decking here. Against a pair of Cryptic Serpents. Block? Okay. Block. Sacrifice. Opponent still has 4 cards in hand. Is this another terror? Oh, it's the Mystic. Ooh. Yep, that's the card that I didn't want to see. This is a good draw, but I need to tap my creature to do it. Ay. Yep. So I'm taking like 14 damage this turn. I think we are done. Yeah, unfortunately, the mulligan to 5 put us very low on resources, and then opponent just had an aggressive start. So now if they have almost anything, we are in huge trouble. Scrapwork Mutt would be a decent draw, but right now it's just sort of a chump blocker. Do you have a counterspell, honestly? Yep, I think that seals it. Unfortunate. God, we went so far. We were doing so well against Terror. We played game number 2 very strongly. Like, it was a good showing of the deck. Honestly, I think we sort of lost this game on the mulligan to 5, followed by the milling double Red Blast. We really wanted a land there or something else to do. And again, the deck is just very good at doing what it does and like put a terror in play on turn 3, another one on turn 4, plus some interaction. Rough. I was feeling very confident that we were going to beat Mono Blue. And now we are unfortunately 2-2, meaning that even if we perform extremely well, we are not getting into the top 8 anymore. So I'm going to refill my coffee real quick, and I'll be back here for round number 5. Welcome back to round number 5. We are on the play against Ed Elric. I think the hand is too slow. I'm not keeping it. This is also slow, but at least I got things that I can do. Sure. And I get to bottom this Lot-Led Giant that's every time in my hand. So our opponent also mulliganed to 6. Okay, and they capped on 6. So let's go County Garden. And I'm playing County Garden here because it's the card that leaves me the most, how can I put it, ambiguous to our opponent. Because if I go Cliffgate, they're going to know something's up. Jagged Barrens. Okay. So it does seem like we are against Rakdos Burn. Would have liked very much to play a Leyline Weaver this turn, but it is what it is. At least I do have an Oliphant to Psycho here. And right now our opponent probably thinks we are something like Jund Gardens. Pass the turn. Don't intend to attack with the plant. Please no Snacker. Vampire's Kiss is fine. So Psycho the Oliphant. Get a Mountain. Hey, that's a good card. Yup. Guess I am no, what am I talking about? Again, I almost mess up. I just get to do it all. Rumble. Jesus. Double Hot Lead Giant to the graveyard. Thank goodness. Sacrifice, play the Leyline Weaver. So we don't have a 4th land drop, meaning that if our opponent removes the Leyline Weaver, it's very bad for us. We still get to go Wayfinder probably into Town Greeter, but I just want the Leyline Weaver to live. So even if they play something like a Kitchen Imp, I'm not going after it. Swamp, grab the prize, discarding Faithless Looting. That's not a lot of value. Ooh, and a Lightning Bolt on our Weaver. That seems strong. So, guess I Wayfinder, land. Thank you. Play the land, play the Town Greeter, take a Holdout Settlement, and pass the turn. With a Knot to the Bone in the graveyard and a Stinkweed Imp, I am feeling pretty confident. We get to go Holdout Settlement, play Chrysalis, hold up something. Even just like play Chrysalis, play Molten Gatekeeper if we want, if we're not under a ton of pressure. The Rakdos burn deck is not as explosive, but it does have a lot of... Okay, grab the prize, discarding Epicure. But they do have a lot of fuel, because they just keep drawing and dealing chip damage to you. But here, they cast double grab the prize and they haven't gotten any value from it. They're just cycling their cards. Seems like our opponent is deep in the tank, and I don't blame them. They just played a Bojuka Bog. Okay, if that was... Like, I don't know why it took them so long to decide on that play, but okay. So, situation is clearly bad for us now. We lost our Knot to the Bone and 2 of our Lot-Led Giants, and we don't have a very quick clock either. So, I just think I'm going Chrysalis. I think I reviewed the settlement before, but it is what it is. Play the Gatekeeper, pass the turn. Ooh, down to 10 life. Am I just dead? Opponent could just kill us. The probably one-off main deck Bojuka Bog. But again, problem is, even if they don't kill us now, they just very likely get to kill us next turn. So there's another, it's the 3rd grab the prize plus Fiery Temper, so we are going down to 5 life, 4 life, okay? This Town Greeter is gonna have to do some work. Okay, Stinkweed Imp is very good. However, even if I play Scrapwork Mutt, I don't have the mana necessary to kill opponent. I think that might be the end of us. Dredge, there isn't even anything there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm like so far away from anything. So this is a Scrapwork Mutt back. Take another point of damage. I need like the last giant and a Dread Return here. There's double Dread Return. Is that anything? I mean, I'm here, right? So I might as well attack. Let's not attack, try it. So how much are you taking? 10. Whoa, okay. So you're saying there's a chance. So I get to go Wayfinder, sacrifice some duders, and there's a land, but I already played a land. Opponent is down to 6. But now I think that I'm done. I mean, that's not true, but I guess I go Dread Return again into Scrapwork Mutt. And now I need to hit the last Lot-Led Giant and another Dread Return. We did not. Not only did we... Oh no, it's the last of both, right? Because I'm only playing 3 today. Yep. Yeah, well, opponent, I tried my best. You get to kill me now. Cast 2 spells and I'm dead. There's 1. There's 2. Rough. Okay. The Bojuka Bog completely destroyed us. I do think the grudges are probably a necessity for spell bombs and the like. Maybe the Leyline Weavers are not going to be great in this matchup. I mean, opponent doesn't have that much removal, right? I think the Weavers stay. And I probably get rid of the Gatekeepers, like 2 of them. Don't need to get rid of all of them. I don't think we have a bad matchup here. I just think we got very unfortunate that game because opponent found the Bojuka Bog. All right, let's bounce back. Come on. Come on. So this is very slow, right? I know I keep saying this, but it's always true. No mill creature. I'm keeping it. We have so many good cards to draw. Okay, let's go. Probably the best draw here would be Rumble, but that's just true most of the time. Well, that's actually not bad at all. Pass the turn, yeah. You can have your Nile Spellbomb. Maybe I should have just popped it immediately. Okay, so that was a good exchange for us. So get an Oliphant. And I could Scrapwork Mutt, but I think I'll just I just rather cycle the Generous Scent and leave up Grudge maybe, because I want to guarantee a Chrysalis on 4. Looting. Snacker. There's the Bojuka Bug again. Okay. Opponent pretty heavy on the Graveyard Hate. There's the Chrysalis. Ooh, Dark Withering. That's a card. Sure. You get to kill my Chrysalis. For sure. And bring back the Snacker and deal me 2 damage. Must be nice. Ah, come on. Bounce land the Bojuka Bug. Really? I guess this is a Town Greeter. Got the land. Didn't hit anything super crazy. So I can go Settlement, play Scrapwork Mutt, discard Not to the Bone, take a draw. Okay. And now if they want to Bojuka Bug me immediately, I get to gain 8 life off of it. But they still have 7 cards in hand. But yeah, I'll take my 8 life now. Highway Robbery. Just discards a land. Okay. And a Vampire's Kiss. And I imagine an attack for 2. Sure. Come on, Stinkweed Imp off the top. That's the problem with Not to the Bones. You really want them, but rarely you want more than 2. Sure. There's a Cliffgate on black. And at least I get to hardcast an Ant next turn. But Dark Withering is a card, as we saw. Dude, it's turn 6 and you've had 4 pieces of Graveyard Hate? Can you not? Like, cut it out. Enough. So that was Nile Spellbomb, Bojuka Bog, Bounce Land on Bojuka Bog, Nile Spellbomb again. Discarding a Kitchen Imp. Sure. So, go for attacks. Opponent takes 5. Cast Generous Scent. Please no more Dark Withering. No! How is our opponent so good at drawing everything? Ooh. And grab the prize plus Fiery Temper. Okay. So we're down to 12. Then probably down to 8. Yep. Okay. Leyline Weaver is a blocker. I don't have mana to do everything. So I probably just do the Stinkweed Imp. Hit for 5. And down to 9. Yeah. There's no combination of plays that allows me to do 3 things this turn. So if I Leyline Weaver plus Stinkweed Imp, that's a ton of board, but that's not a ton of life. And then opponent would need 3 burn spells to get us. And they have 2 blood tokens. Yeah, maybe it is just a Stinkweed Imp situation again. 5 cards in hand. Okay, so that's the Kitchen Imp that doesn't have haste. What's this called on Magic Online? Wekdu? Wekdu, Midnight Hunter. Sure. It's the Swarm of Bees guy. I don't know what I'm doing to survive this game. Discards a Swamp. Sure. Plays the Wekdu and just passes. So I'm dead to Triple Bolt. In which case, try to gain 2 life. Resolves. Okay. Untaps. County Garden not great. Obviously. Go to attacks. Opponent's just taking 4. So it seems like they're setting up to kill us this turn then, right? Play the Leyline Weaver. That's another flying blocker. County Garden. And I'm pretty sure I just pop the food now. Okay, that's the turn. Okay. So opponent played their Epicure. Down to 12 life. Pop the blood. Dark Withering. Okay. So I'm now at 8 life. And feels like I will very soon just be straight up dead. Down to 8. Triple burn. Sacrifice the Spell Bomb. Now. Okay. So probably trying to find the last burn spell. Passing. Ooh. So play the Town Greeter. Okay. There's 2 creatures. Attack for lethal. Opponent needs to block. Blocking the Town Greeter. That's pretty smart. Okay. Down to 1 life. So there is the line that I can hit my own mutt to cycle here, but I don't think that's actually good at all. I'm so tense. God. I think it's likely just a Not to the Bone right now and a passing of the turn. Opponent, of course, doesn't have the removal, the kill now, otherwise they would have killed me. Okay. And I am 1 mana away from double Not to the Bone. Opponent's at 1 life. This game it's just like the closest of margins. Hardcast Kitchen Imp into a pass of the turn. Wow. Okay. So clearly they plan on blocking. Yeah, I think now I go for it. So Scrapwork Mutt, kill my Scrapwork Mutt, bring it back. Do have a Lightning Bolt. Yep. All right. So most of the board is gone. Our opponent's still at 1. I have double Scrapwork Mutt to go next turn. Another Kitchen Imp. Okay. Bring back the Mutt. Cycle the Settlement. Lotlet Giant. That's castable next turn. Yep. Scrapwork Mutt. No. I want to keep my card. Should have... Yeah, I should have Gnawed to the Bone first. I don't think that that's what's going to decide the game, but... You have another Bolt? Fiery Temper. Okay. Yeah, opponent is making me sweat for it. Okay, up to 22. Come on, opponent. No Graveyard Hate. Grab the prize. What did they discard? Grab the prize on a mountain. Sure. Sure. That's all fine. All of that is fine. No cards in hand. Okay. Man, that was intense. Okay, that was game 2. Okay, let's go. Game number 3. That was very crazy. Like, absolutely nuts. Okay, so opponent has infinite Graveyard Hate, right? Does that mean that maybe I want to reconsider some of my choices? Probably. So with the amount of Graveyard Hate opponent has, I think I can safely cut a Lotlet Giant and probably cut a Dread Return. And then I do need to play a little more mid-rangey. Does playing more mid-rangey means Lightning Bolt? Or does playing more mid-rangey means Molten Gatekeeper? I'm honestly leaning more towards Lightning Bolt. I think Kitchen Imp and the other dude, Swarm, are just very annoying. Problem is that Writhing Chrysalis is just gonna die to the Dark Withering a lot of the time. So maybe I did want Gatekeepers into the deck. I can just cut a couple dudes too, right? Like, cut a Wayfinder, cut a Town Greeter, bring in the Gatekeepers. Yeah, you know what? Sure, let's go. It's time for experimentation. Also important to note, opponent is 5 minutes behind us on clock. So this is a no, this is a keep. It's fine, yeah. Again, Giant in hand sucks, but the turn 3 Chrysalis is pretty decent. Doubles Necker. Help. Doubles Necker on turn 2. Come on. Yeah. That's a hell of a draw. On the play. Man. Discarding a land and I grab the prize. Sure. Yeah, well, if there's something that can stabilize me, it's gonna be a bunch of Chrysalises. So, turn 3. It's Settlement, play Chrysalis. 2 creatures. Turn 4. I think I'm just taking untapped lands this game. I don't think I have the luxury of playing around with Cliffgate. Highway Robbery. And the Bojuka Bog too. Okay. That's triple Snacker plus Bojuka Bog. Seems good. Play the Chrysalis. Pass the turn. Man, if we were on the play, we would be crushing this game. Okay. And they already have the Grab the Present Dark Withering. All right. Yep. I'm at 8. Sure. Yeah. Might just need to bolt a thing. Yep. So I have... 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have enough for everything. I just need to... Oh, but I don't think I get to... No, this is fine. So it's red, green, sacrifice, play Chrysalis, play Stinkweed Imp, hold up Lightning Bolt, but then I have to pray they don't have the burn to hit me. Flashback Faithless Looting. Please no more Dark Withering. Dude, how many of those are you playing? How? Is every Rakdos deck just playing 4 Dark Witherings on the sideboard now? Did I miss that memo? Oh, they didn't attack? So that's interesting. Yep, I'm bolting my Stinkweed Imp. Untap. Dredge. No. Yeah, do I just need to hit now? Like untap land plus the thing? Probably. Okay. Didn't hit either of those. No untapped land and no Gnaw to the Bone, so I'm dead. No Dread Return. Yep. Okay. Well, there's not much I can do, I guess. When opponent draws the nuts, you just accept it, and it is what it is. I am very upset, not gonna lie. Yeah, sure. You do you. I'm not... Opponent, if you have the burn spell, it's extremely rude. Okay. Do you not have the burn spell? Are you trying to play around Weather the Storm? Is that it? Fine. I'm done here. Yep. I'm done. So we are now 2 and 3. I'm trying to play for a 3 and 3, but I'm not gonna lie, that last round made me really salty. Opponent's draw was just absolutely insane, and they were playing just all the graveyard hate. So, yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm gonna go get something real quick, and I'll be back for the final round where we're going to try and redeem our honor at least a little bit. All right, welcome to the last round. We are on the play against Luffy. This is a fine hand. Luffy is probably playing Affinity as per usual, and this seems like a decent hand against Affinity. And yep, there's a Dross Forge Bridge. Whoop, is my Magic Online lagging? Okay, and whoop, and we are back. So, okay, Magic Online is acting up for me. All right. So I am gonna kick it off with a Wayfinder. Complete miss, but we did hit a Knot to the Bone, though against Affinity that's not the most important of cards. Looks like there's no follow-up yet. So I am down with a Rumble, still no land. Maybe I should have just played a Gatekeeper then? Gatekeeper could have been pretty good. And if Luffy doesn't play a Spellbomb this turn, I am just gonna go pretty hard on the Imp. Okay, so that was just a Great Furnace into Black Mage's Rod into Thoughtcast. So I am gonna go hard on the dredging here. There's a Dread Return, that's pretty good for us. I am playing the Town Greeter, try to spike an untapped land. No untapped land. And unfortunately, I don't have any other color currently, but knowing that I am likely going to get hit at some point, I am just gonna go here on black and Mutt, Dredge. Just gonna try to do as much damage as I can, and it's gonna hurt pretty bad. So they take 15 down to 4. Thoughtcast again. So they haven't done anything. Probably just holding up Galv Blast. I do think it's safe for me to dredge. And there's a Dread Return. So Town Greeter. Okay, Town Greeter resolves. Ooh, that's great. County Garden is actively great. It allows me to get a dude and dodge 1 Galvanic Blast. If it's double Galvanic Blast, there's nothing I can do. Okay, so there is Galvanic Blast number 1. So another Galvanic Blast is gonna get me regardless here. Another blast gets me either way, but I guess I still play a creature first. So bring back the Mutt, and if they have the blast, they have to point it at the plant currently. Trigger on the stack. Probably just discard a Stinkweed Imp, take a draw. That's fine. And Dread Return the other Lotlet Giant. And I don't think there's anything I need to be worried about here. Indeed, and we handily win game number 1. Being on the play there, extremely important. Now, we do get to bring in the Grudges and the Vandals, all very good cards. I'm fine cutting the Knot to the Bones. 62, I need 2 more cuts. So I do think I'm trying to be more of a mid-rangey deck this time around, but I don't think I'm cutting any of the reanimation package. Red Blast is playable, but I'm not overly excited about it. Coffin Purge is playable, but I'm not overly excited about it. I am probably shaving like a couple creatures, and that's that. Okay, we want a Masked Vandal early on, and we want stable mana and to not mulligan. Is that too much to ask? It's not too much to ask. After the craziness that this challenge has been, I don't think it's too much to ask. This is fine. It's not great, but it is fine. We have lands. I mean, it's not really what I asked for, but if our opponent is expecting to go, like if we are expecting our opponent to go heavy on the graveyard hate, I fully just think that this hand is fine. Writhing Chrysalis is just a good creature overall, even though it still gets swept up by Karkline Shaman, and Leyline Weaver is very decent in a situation where maybe I get to play it on 2 and then do a bunch of cool stuff by turn 4. So it seems like Luffy's deep in the tank. By the way, I don't know if most people know this, but Luffy has a really good sideboard guide for Affinity. So if any of you want to learn how to play the deck, hit him up. I bought his side guide a while back, and it's totally worth it. And he does actually have it in Portuguese and in English already, so you can just hit him up. All right. Well, let's go. They started off on 7 and with the Dross Forge Bridge. That is all fine and good. Lot Giant, as always, not a card I want to draw, but in this matchup in particular, it is not as bad as it might seem. I am going to play the Leyline Weaver here, even though there is a good chance it gets blasted. Okay, that's cool. It didn't. Because if we untap with it, the upside is just so huge. And if they didn't Galv Blast it at my end step, I don't feel like they're going to have an answer for it right now. Okay, so they just played yet another land and passed the turn, and we drew an untapped land, which is precisely everything that we wanted. So our Weaver untaps, Chrysalis comes in, make a green, sack a thing, pump the Chrysalis, play Town Greeter, mill for 4, hit a gate. Well, everything seems to be going super well. Dang, that was a hell of a turn 3, eh? Hunter's Blowgun, so I guess I'm gonna get Krarked. Yep, sure seems like it. Okay, so board gone, untap. I guess this is a Town Greeter, grab. That's rough. I do want the garden, but I think I want black mana more than I want the garden. And our opponent did have to 2-for-1 themselves by sacrificing a land, which is, again, it's not nothing. Okay, there's a seat into Thoughtcast. There's an Isle Spellbomb. That's not great. Are you popping it? Munitions. Okay, well then. So unfortunately, I have an Oliphant, but I don't have a Generous Ent. So maybe I just go Settlement, and then I'll try to do this. Dread Return, the Masked Vandal. And this is just to for... Wait, what? Did I overpay? I'm confused. Oh, yeah, I overpaid. Okay, oh well. So they should just pop this now. They don't get to draw a card, which is good for me. Are you going to let it happen? Okay, I'll just hit the Spellbomb. Yeah, exactly. You should have... Yeah, I don't know. I think that was not a great play, because now they just gave me a creature in play that I can use. Thoughtcast number 2. They do seem a little pinched on blue mana, though, which is obviously good for us. But this deck is mostly Rakdos regardless. Ooh, that's nice. I'm definitely playing that this turn. But I am going to attacks first. I don't like having the Hunter's Blowgun in play, because it just means that any Krark-Land Shaman they hit is just another board wipe. But I am not going to do this. So there's the Gatekeeper. I don't know if they're dual queuing or what, but they are playing unusually slow. So now go for a Scrapwork Mutt. Yep, Galvanic Blast makes sense. Discard another Mutt. Get a County Garden. And I do have a 7th mana next turn to just slam a Lot Giant. No, no. Discard a land. Equip. All right, makes sense. Okay, so I just think I'm going to try to push some damage. Bring back the Gatekeeper. So Gatekeeper resolves. Bring back the Mutt. Always yield to the Gatekeeper. Dredge. We hit an Ancient Grudge. That's pretty good. I was going to play a Stinkweed Imp, but now I just think I'm going to hit the Refurb. Yeah, they probably have a sacrifice effect here. Oh, negate. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to punch in for some damage then. Negate's interesting. I just thought they were going to like munitions it or draw a few cards. Leave the plant token back. Plant. Okay. So I imagine they block the Masked Vandal here. Yep. So they are taking 7 damage. Yep. Okay. So we didn't play Stinkweed Imp, but we got a negate out of our opponent's hand. Blood Fountain's rough. Rumble is very good. So Rumble. Take Chrysalis. Bring back Gatekeeper. Cast Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opponent takes 3. And attack with Gatekeeper and Scrapwork Mutt. Okay. So they trade. Opponent down to 5 life. I do imagine there is a Blood Fountain coming here. Exactly. So do they have it? Do they have mana for everything? That's like 1, 3, 1. Yep. Ooh, Toxin Analysis is rough. I thought it was just going to be a blowgun. Toxin Analysis sucks for us. Yep. And again, I am at 6 mana, not 7. I don't know if there's a reason to do it like this, but okay. So I'll sacrifice the spawns to deny them a little bit of life. Resolves, they go up to 9. Sure, I discard my Stinkweed Imp. Opponent 2. So I think my out here is to... No, I was going to mention... I mean, I think I just take a draw, right? I don't think there's any point in dredging when I know it's not going to make any difference. That's good. That's actually pretty good. So 2, 3. Play the gatekeeper. Bring back the scrapwork mutt. And I am actually going to... Wait. No, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not discarding. I'm just attacking. I mean, in which case, I don't know if my play made much sense. Munitions on the scrapwork mutt. Okay. Opponents at 8. I'm trying. They're trying. Cryogen. Enforcer number 1. Silver Bluff Bridge. Okay, so they attack for 2. I'll take it. Wait, what was that? Wait. Fairy Macabre. Hitting. Stinkweed Imp and Lotlet Giant. Okay. So just play another Stinkweed from hand. Opponent takes 1. And I guess I'm passing the turn. Okay, so Refurb attacked. No, Refurb didn't attack. What am I talking about? I'm passing the turn, yes. Just played Stinkweed Imp and then passing the turn again. Cracks the clue to draw a card. Crack the relic, sure. Is it going face? On the Stinkweed Imp. Okay. Blood Fountain sucks. Okay. Clan number 3. Okay, I just need an untapped land. That's not true anymore because there's 6 now. Oh, and another Fairy Macabre. Exiling the Stinkweed Imp and the thing. And the Gatekeeper. Okay. Wayfinder. Mill. Get a County Garden. Play the County Garden. Pass the turn. Ichor Wellspring. Another Clan Shaman. Okay. Ooh, the Mirror Enforcer here is with lifelink is rough. Yep. So that's the difference, right? Yep. So I just cast this. 1 turn too late, unfortunately. Opponent goes down to 3. I have to pass it back. But I am dead to the makeshift munitions. Down to... Ah, man. That was crazy. What a game. Okay. So we're tied. Let's go to the third one. So does this make me want to change anything? Maybe Coffin Purge has a place. We did the Leyline Weaver thing and it was not good enough, unfortunately. Clan Shaman just laughed in our faces 3 times over the course of that matchup. I think I'm just keeping as it is, and we're just hoping that we get a little luckier than we did last time. This is a 1 land hand, can't keep. This is a no land hand. So we're already mulliganing to 5 against Affinity, doesn't feel great. Guess I'll get rid of these 2, and let's get to it. Cliffgate on black, there's a bridge, and Town Greeter. We find a land. That's good. Okay. So they played a Vault of Whispers. I actually just think I'm going to go Mutt here. Maybe I go Mutt into Grudge. I don't know. So they take 1, and I am just going to play a Scrapwork Mutt, discarding a Dread Return here. Leyline Weaver, not great, honestly. We are going to need some help. Another bridge. Refurb is rough. It's never the card that I want to see. Guess I'm getting rid of the Leyline Weaver here. And there's a Thoughtcast. Okay, back to 7 cards in hand. That's fine. So, Psycho. Get a Mountain. Go Ancient Grudge on the Refurb. Ancient Grudge on the Vault of Whispers. Attack. But with our opponent having 7 cards in hand and we having mulligan to 5, I am not confident here. Another Thoughtcast. Sure. Ooh, and a passing of the turn. So they didn't find anything else to do. I am going to hit for 3. And unfortunately, I am just going to cast a Dread Return to bring back a Oliphant. Ooh, now I can't because I attacked with the Town Greeter. Yep, not ideal. So am I just cycling it? Honestly, it kind of feels like, yeah. So Scrapwork Mutt, discard, draw. Am I playing this? Yep, I guess I am. On black. Pass the turn. I guess it's sort of a choose the form of your destroyer situation. This is better against multiple... Ooh, okay, that's not great for them. Yeah. Am I just trying to push damage here? What am I trying to do? So I do get to push some damage through, but then I have to decide if I want to waste my turn not doing anything. I guess I just attack first. They seem to be struggling a little. Sure. So gonna take 3 down to 10. Bring back. Actually, I got to do it like this, right? But then in which case, maybe I should have just done it. Whatever. I'm gonna do it the famous post-combat Molten Gatekeeper unearth. And then red, something, scrapwork mutt. I'm hoping to hit. Okay, so the Galvanic Blast does do something. Cycle. Land is not at all what I'm looking for. Is there gonna be another Galvanic Blast in my future? Kind of feel like yes. I also kind of feel like I don't have much of a choice. So I'll just put the Oliphant into play past the turn. Ooh, I am falling behind on the clock now too. Enforcer is fine. County Garden is not what I want. Mutt. Discard Forest. Gatekeeper. Okay. Attack. So these are just trading. Probably they're probably just gonna double block. Oh, you're just double blocking the Oliphant? Okay, sure. So you take 4. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You soak up damage then. Do I just put it back into play? Gatekeeper, Fanatical Offering. Sure. County Garden, take a point of damage. Try again. Put the Oliphant back into play. No. Okay, that's actually decent. So bring back the Gatekeeper. Ah, they did have the Toxin Analysis and a Reckoner's Bargain. Good lord. That's rough. Sure. Play the Gatekeeper. Man. So they really did have it all. Toxin Analysis into... I mean, Krar Clan into Toxin Analysis into... Good god, does it ever stop? So much card advantage. I mean, that's eventually good, but not right now. Again, we are 1 land drop away. Yeah, I think this game also just slipped from us, unfortunately. And Luffy is the best of Affinity pilots, so I understand. So munitions just gonna go straight after my Gatekeeper. Take 6. Take 6. Stinkweed Imp. I'll play it, even though it's not great. Pass the turn. Yep, using the lands to shoot down my Stinkweed Imp. And getting hit for 7. That's a 2-turn clock. Do you have another blast right now? Wow. Okay. So that's that. And thus ends our challenge, also ends our Dredge week, meaning that we tried our best, which was not very good regardless, and we just ended up 36th. Outside of prize range, because it's only for top 32, we did 2-4, which is not a good result in the slightest. But we did try a lot with the deck. We learned some things. I am going to be playing this in my Pauper 15K tomorrow, not because I think it's a good deck. It's clearly not. But just because I think it's the one that I am maybe the most familiar with and gonna have some fun with playing. Either way, thank you very much for watching. I am beat, so I'm gonna go rest a little bit for now. I hope you subscribe, leave me a nice comment, and tell me some of the stuff you like to try out with Dredge as well. Thank you very much for following along, both for this longer video and for the whole Dredge week while I've been doing some testing. And I guess by the time this video comes out, you guys are going to know if I did well or if I completely bottomed out by playing in the tournament. And that's that. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.